Interview last week where he said he talked to you and you said you'd want to play 7 more years till you're 45. Were you feeling particularly springy that day? Is that an aspirational number?
I don't have a number. I know as long as my mind stays in it, I can play at this level for a minute. Now, it's up to my mind. It's not my body. It's gonna be okay because if my mind into it, I would make sure my body's taken care of, and I'll continue to put in the work. I'm a winner, and I want to win. And I want to win and give myself a chance to win and still compete for championships. That has always been my passion. Has always been my goal since I entered the league. As an 18-year-old kid out of Akron, Ohio, and I know it takes steps to get there. But once you get there and you know how to get there, playing basketball at this level just to be playing basketball is not. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my DNA anymore. So, we'll see what happens and see how fresh my mind stays over the next couple of years.
A lot of reflective words on the eve of your 38th birthday. That was LeBron after a loss to the Heat last night. A lot to unpack there, Dog. Do you think LeBron will ever win another title?
He's 14-21 now. He's not going to win it this year. That's for sure. The one thing about LeBron, you can't go join a heavyweight team now. You left the Cavs, you left the Heat, you left the Cavs, you go to the Lakers. You've made your bet with the Lakers. If you win one, it's got to be in L.A. I don't think people are going to get that wrapped up. He joins Curry somewhere, and they go win a championship together.
That'd be something.
I guess it would be for a lot of people, but from a sports fan's perspective, win another one in L.A., I would think it's hard to believe they're this bad with him on the team.
Yeah, he's been playing
he's
well.
so good. How could they only be 7 games under 500?
And if they want to force it, if they want to make this roster better, you have to have a trade partner. Got to have 2 to tango, maybe even 3 to tango. And I don't know if they're going to want to leverage everything, years and years out beyond when LeBron James is going to be on the roster in order to do that. He's not going to win another title with LA, though. Not with the way this thing's constructed, not with Anthony Davis's health, not with the circumstances that they're in his 4th season there.
The West is too good. I'm a Lakers fan, so it hurts me to see the Lakers at this point. The West is too good. You got Zion now. You got Zion here. You got Memphis. Phoenix, Denver. All these teams are really good. I just don't, with the pieces the Lakers have right now, I don't see them winning this. Definitely not this year. I just don't see a pathway moving forward.
Well, he made his bet in L.A. To me, he's got to lay in it.
He's also got a player option that, for this next summer. Could keep things pretty interesting out there.
So where could he end up?
Stay in L.A.
Stay in
That's
L.A.
what the sports fan would like to see. Win another one there. If he's got 7 years left, he should be able to figure it out eventually.
Well, and you hear what he said. If my mind is in it, could you see him playing till 45?
Oh, Brady is.
Tom Brady's doing it.
Tom Brady's
different sport.
Okay, well, on that note, he could do it. We could see him do it. The King's going to do it. All right, that's...
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports here. And let's talk about LeBron James. LeBron James last night took on the Miami Heat to score 27 points, but the rest of his squad didn't do anything. They barely scored any points, and not to say it was their blame, but when you don't have a centerpiece, then obviously that's what's going to happen, right? It's just a matter of time before LeBron James asks for a trade. He said it in his press conference last night, saying, I just want to win. I'll be a good addition for any team that wants to compete. He is the master of cryptic messages. Right when I saw that, I'm like, this guy's going to ask for a trade, 100%. I believe he's got a player option at the end of this season, and he's done. He is no longer going to be Los Angeles Lakers as of July 1st because it's just, they're not going to make the playoffs this season. They're just not going to. Anthony Davis is an injury-prone superstar. And he no longer can do what he used to do, right? Russell Westbrook, he's a sixth man. He was playing fairly well. When those three were on the court at the same time, that was phenomenal. But the key word is win, and that was back then, not now. So Anthony Davis, I'm guessing he's going to be out for another month. The losses keep piling up for the Lakers. LeBron James is not getting any younger. He turns, I believe, 38, 39 tomorrow or the next day. I'm not 100% sure. But at the end of the day, he wants to compete for a title. He's going to pass Kareem, guaranteed. And he wants his 5th ring, 6th ring, 7th ring. I don't know if he's going to get 7 rings. It depends on who he teams up with. But he has a player option. And you can almost guarantee he is going to leave. You know, he just wasted another year with the Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan, but, you know, it's not looking good for the Lakers. Rob Pelinka has some hard, tough decisions to make. And considering the fact that, you know, you can't trade Russell Westbrook, nobody's going to take on that contract. Anthony Davis is injury prone. You're not going to get much in return for him. LeBron James, you're not going to trade him, guaranteed, because Jeannie Buss wants him to pass Kareem as a Los Angeles Laker. And there's no way that the Lakers trade LeBron James. So, turns out LeBron James will decline his player option and become a free agent. So, tell me what you guys' thoughts are. Where is LeBron James going to go at the end of this season? This is Jag from Jaggy Sports.
The 26 turnovers, how did that affect the rhythm for you guys offensively? Was it too much to overcome?
I mean, 92 shot attempts to 77. And it's pretty much off our turnovers. I mean, they had 31 points off our turnovers. They had 19 second chance points off offensive rebounds. And that's pretty much the game right there.
Well, we've talked about this group's lack of time together in late game situations. And we talked to Darvin about the lack of practice time just available with the rapid fire NBA schedule. Is there a way for this team to fast track the process it's going through now, which is trying to account for a major piece missing? Or is it literally it's going to take some time to kind of stabilize?
I think it's going to take some time. But I also think the film sessions helps. The shoot-arounds that we have when we're able to get on the floor helps. We haven't been playing a lot of games, every other day or back-to-back, so haven't had much practice time. It's good to get Juan back tonight, give us another body, some more length. That was great to have him back out there with his activity. So, but it's going to take some time, and let's see what goes from there.
LeBron, next time we talk to you, you're going to be 38. Happy birthday in advance. When you're thinking about where you are in your career, are you thinking about the big picture of the team, of the season, or do you find yourself right now more focused on the day-to-day? Do you kind of narrow your vision?
I have multiple thoughts. I think about the day-to-day of obviously how we get better throughout the course of this season, but how we get better from game to game. I think about how much longer I'm going to play the game. I think about that I don't want to finish my career, playing at this level from a team aspect. I must still be able to compete for championships because I know what I can still bring to any ball club with the right pieces. I think about, my son graduating high school soon and going off to college, and I'm still playing, and my youngest son is a junior next year, and how much more time I'll miss. So throughout the course of a day to the weeks to the months, think about a little bit of everything. Think about how much of the world I'm going to see when I'm done playing the game. But at the end of the day, I keep the main thing. And every day, when it's time for us to work, I lock in. And when I have an opportunity to have a day off, I'm still kind of locked in, but I do give myself an opportunity just to kind of decompress a little bit by, watching other teams or watching shows or spending time with my family. So a lot of thoughts, but for the most part, it's been a good ride so far.
LeBron, following up on that a little bit, last night, your sons play, and it looked like you got to watch at least a good amount of it after your game. Mm-hmm. And then, assuming you talk to them at some point, then you have a game tonight. What's that dialogue like? How much do you talk to them about hooping versus being a dad? How do you keep your mind fresh while you're, obviously that's got to be the thing you want to see the most? Yeah. Also, how do you go through all that process?
Well, they play about less than an hour again. But I got an opportunity to talk to him before yesterday's game. Just told him to, play hard, play smart, and most of all, just have fun. To be able to get out of our game last night with a win and then be able to watch them up until we took off, it's a joyful moment for myself. And tonight, since we're not leaving, I get an opportunity to watch them and watch the full game. So that's always great. Obviously, love being there in the flesh and being able to have my presence there. But I got a family and people around that's done a great job of helping me in my absence. So that's always great. But my boys are old enough; they understand. And they work their tails off to not only be good basketball players, but also just great young men. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Bron, when you were 21, you averaged 30 a game, and you haven't done it at any age since until now when you average 30 a game at 37. Everyone knows how hard you work. Everyone understands that you know your place in history and all that, but just to be able to continue to score, not just, I know you do more, but score at this level, at this age, I'm afraid to ask, but how surprised are you by yourself?
I do know how much I put into the game, and I know how much I put into my body, into my mind, and all those things. But I kind of surprise myself sometimes, just at the level. When you look at the history of the game, and obviously I've followed the game for so long, since, probably I was maybe like 8 or 9 years old when I started to really okay, this is the game that I love. I started to read about the history of the game and the people that have come through the game and how long they was doing it for and things of that nature. It doesn't seem like many have, played at this level, with this many years and this many miles and things on their resume. So I'm just, I guess very humbled at the same time to be able to just play the game that I love still at this level and still be a focal point of opposing teams. When they look at who they're going against, I'm still up there at the top. This is how we need to try to stop him or neutralize what he does and things of that nature. That's something I pride myself on being that level of player every single night when I'm on the floor. So very surprising still, but very humbled to be able to, like I said, play the game that I love to play every night, Tim.
Last question, Dave. LeBron, since you kind of opened the door to it in your answer to Kyle's question, saying that you talk or you think about how much longer you'll play. There has been times over the last 5 or 6 years you seem like maybe you were closer to the end. You told us you ever try to start an old car in the winter. There are other times when it seemed like others on the outside were trying to, put an end, have a premature ending to your career. Dennis Schroeder did an interview last week where he said he talked to you and you said you'd want to play 7 more years till you're 45. Were you feeling particularly springy that day? Is that an aspirational number?
I don't have a number. I know as long as my mind stays in it, I can play at this level for a minute. Now, it's up to my mind. It's not my body. It's going to be okay because if my mind into it, I would make sure my body's taken care of, and I'll continue to put in the work. I'm a winner, and I want to win. And I want to win and give myself a chance to to win and still compete for championships. That has always been my passion, has always been my goal since I entered the league. As an 18-year-old kid out of Akron, Ohio, and I know it takes steps to get there. But once you get there and you know how to get there, playing basketball at this level just to be playing basketball is not. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my DNA anymore. So, we'll see what happens and see how fresh my mind stays over the next couple of years.